Hello and welcome back. In the previous section, we created the login form whereby the user with the correct email and password was able to log in to the home.php. We added the client-side validation as well as server-side validation. Now, if the user that we have is able to log in with the correct email and password, the user will be taken to the home.php. Here we just showed the first name, the last name, the email. We also added a logout functionality. So if the user clicks on the logout, it will take them to the index.php page. We also added the forgot password functionality. If the user forgets his or her password, they can click on this link. It will take them to the forgot password page whereby they input their email address that was used during sign up, and an email will be sent to them whereby they can click on the link and they can go ahead and update their password. So in this section, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be if we go back to login, so what we're going to be doing in this section is we're going to be adding the user profile, as well as allow the user to edit and to view their profile. Also, they'll be able to view other users' profile. So what we're going to do here in this video, we're just going to add some HTML here inside the home.php page. So the first thing we need to do is we need to just remove all of this that we have here. So we go to our project inside the user folder in the home.php. We just delete everything that we have here. So we delete everything that we have. So what we need to do is we just need to copy what we have inside the index.php. Copy what we have inside the index.php, then paste it inside the home.php. Now we don't need the JavaScript that we have here. We take that out. Then everything we have inside the div with class container, we should take them out as well. Then what we're going to be adding here is we are going to be adding the bootstrap nav right. So because we want to display some text on the right side of the navbar. So what we're going to do now is let's just go on our browser to see. If we refresh this, now we have this, but we're having some errors. The reason is that we cannot access this db.php file that we have in the config. So what we're going to do is, and if you look as well, we are not having access to the CSS file. So we go back to our page. Then here at the top, what we do is we need to just go one directory as well. So we add a dot to get access to this db.php inside the config folder, and we do the same for the CSS. The reason is we are going out of the current folder then into a new folder, so we need to add two dots with a slash. So if we go back and refresh, we see now we have access to the CSS file. So what we want to do is at the right hand side, we just want to add the name of a drop down with the name of the user, and it will have some links inside of that drop down. Now to add drop down, because we're going to be adding the drop down here at the bottom. So to add the drop down, what we need to do is we can just go to getbootstrap.com to get the drop down, getbootstrap.com. Then under components, if we click on the right side on navbar, then we scroll down. So for the navbar, what we only need, we just need the code from this div with class navbar collapse down to this point. Then when we have it in our file, we just remove what we don't really want. So we just copy this up to this point. We copy it, go to our project, then we paste it. So what we So what we're going to take out is, if we save and we go to our browser, we refresh. Now we see that we have some links here and even a search button. So we are taking all of this out, leaving just this drop down menu here. So, and on this drop down, instead of having this drop down, we'll have the user's first name on it. So we go, then we remove, first we remove this unordered list, we take it out. Then also we take out the form. We don't need the form. Then we can take this link out. So we just have only this drop down. If we go back to our browser to refresh, now we see we just have only this with the different links inside the drop down. So we're going to stop here. In the next video, we'll continue working on this drop down and on the home.php page.